Hey everybody, Aeredor here with another episode of the design of Aeredor's things. I have been away for a while, and I am very happy to be back and recording. I hope it hasn't been so long that you thought that I had given up, because as I've said before, this is more fun than just playing by myself, because I feel like I'm playing in a community. I like that. So what I'm doing today, I've done a lot of work in the house, just kind of here and there in between my busy travel schedule, pretty much all of September. And not only that, but even the beginning of October here has been kind of crazy, traveling from coast to coast and getting delayed a bunch in the airports, as usually happens, and all of that stuff. So I am back for a while, and I'm happy about that. It's great. Okay. So what I'm doing right now, and then I'll show you guys what I changed. What I'm doing right now is something that I've needed to do for quite some time. These chickens get stuck in the walls, and so you have to build finishing that sentence. You have to build an actual wall for their pen. You can't do the fences because they get stuck in the fences because their heads go in the block and they can't see out of it. So that's what happens, and we've got to fix that. It's behind me. Wrong spot. Alright. So, almost done. Let me finish this up real quick, and I'll be back with you guys in a minute. Get out of here. Chicken. Let's get some seeds, because we're going to replenish the population there. The computer, so we can do that. Get. I don't understand it. Okay. Great. So I finished that wall over there. It's still raining. It only took me a couple minutes. And then I got to let all the babies out from when I was doing this a bunch. I was collecting all the eggs pretty easily, so I had a bunch. So, and all the doors are on. Whoops! I just put that back there. I was putting it. Oh, it needs to be like that. No, chicken. Yeah, it needs to be like that so the chickens can't get stuck. These guys, there's that chicken, and they just make a break for it. It's very strange. I don't understand it either. You know what, pig? So, and I still like that I can, I'm not sure how. I still like that I can kind of get up here and jump around and stuff without worrying about trying to manage the fences and stuff. So I'm just looking for any chickens that got out. I don't see any more. So let me go show you what I did, and then what's actually going to happen today is I'm going to take a break in the middle of the episode, and I'm going to record the other thing that I've been needing to record for a while, which is another episode of the Minecraft GM, Aeredor versus the Minecraft GM. That's where I go on some kind of mob hunting adventures, and other than just the Eldritch Guardian that hangs out here. So I'm going to record one of those episodes because it's been a really long time, and I really want to show you guys the spawner that I did, and I need to go to the nether to get some glowstone and a blaze rod. So I got to do that. But that's not a design episode, so that'll be separate, same world, just a different theme, and that's lots of fun. So let me show you the new work that I did. Like I said, just kind of minutes here and there, sometimes just sacrificing sleep. I moved this slightly, but more importantly, I put in all of the walls here that had been needing to get in. So eventually this will come around and create a new doorway there. I fenced this in so that the pigmen were all trapped. I finished this. The red line here used to just come up to about here, where the diagonal line stops. So now, or the diagonal wall stops. So now it comes up through here and up there, and I finished that all up with a button. And this is a back and forth as well, so I can send that, and then when it gets to the other side in a minute, I can actually recall it with that button. It's a wonderful mechanic. It doesn't take that long to summon it, and doesn't take a lot long to get to the other side. So that system works really well because when I'm just running around the base and outside around the base, it's really easy to just walk to the other side. So instead of always trying to go to only one side to use the train, I can hit the button and go to the other side. So yes, so I finished this hallway. I also, one of the things that I said I needed to do because of that guy spawning up there in all light levels is I needed a door here, because what was happening was he was coming down, well actually he wasn't coming down over here, but this is still pretty close. So I finished this up, made a new underground entrance here, and it's still really close to that thing. But more importantly, there's actually a door here, just in case he wanders a little too far. Unfortunately, I've already found him spawning in here on this level, actually usually in this area right here. So the thing is pretty much right above us. Let me look at that in journey map. Day, night, case, day. Yeah, so you can see this is the Eerie biome right here in this chunk, and so it's got the totem there, unfortunately. So he's been spawning back here, which is just underground. So I'm hoping that it's as simple as filling this in. This doesn't, oh, especially that's like almost at the surface. This doesn't go anywhere. This was just this is just a connection to another mine. I have a connection to this already, so I don't need this walkway through here. So I can fill this up with stone and maybe he'll stop spawning. Something to eat. I gotta fill that up with stone and maybe he'll stop spawning down here. This will have a door in it eventually, and I think this is actually outside of that chunk. Close. I might actually move this wall just to be sure. So finish that hallway. I need to go upstairs and get some food. You know what? Let me just eat this for a minute. Oh, you know what? I can show you this. So, you remember I was doing all that cooking up there. Well, I needed a renewable supply of a lot of that stuff that like harvested it itself, and there was that farm over by the water. It was really far away. I had to go get onions, and there was never enough. So this was a farm over here for potatoes and carrots and stuff, and I'll show you the mechanism underneath in a couple of minutes. But I replaced that with, or the farm was still here. I replaced the little bit of the mechanism underneath. I'll show you. So now this can grow all of the Pam's Harvestcraft stuff, and that's what I've been doing. So I can throw any of these in. Let me eat real quick some tomatoes.
Now there is nowhere left to
carrot came down, or 2 carrots came down here. One would get sent to the chest, and one would get sent to be planted again. And so it created a semi-infinite harvesting situation. Now what I've done is I have one block that, or one diamond pipe that instead of, it still sifts out the finished stuff because you can't replant. Is that true? Even with Pam's Harvestcraft, can you replant wheat? I'm not sure. Let's go find out real quick. Because if so, that would explain a little bit of the kind of weird behavior I've seen. So no, you can't. All right, so that's fine. They still get seeds when it cuts wheat. So when the harvester gets the wheat. So wheat and poisonous potatoes go that way. Everything else gets sent through the green because it's not picking up any dirt. So everything else goes green, which is this exit, and then the second one here. Again, it's not picking up any dirt, so that means there's half of it goes through red and half of it goes through green. So the red joins this with this iron pipe here, joins this with all the finished stuff to go to the chest, and green, the other half of the stuff gets sent back to be replanted. It's not perfect. It can run out of things to plant, but for the most part, it works like a charm. It can also go the other way and start overproducing a certain kind of a certain crop, and so I don't really want that to happen, but there's not much I can do about it. So I'm just going to grab a couple of things that are running low on and throw them in the planter, just so that we have enough of everything. And we'll take actually most of the blueberries. I don't want to take everything. Well, is there any coffee down here? That just happened. Coffee, 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 coffee. Okay, I don't see any coffee, so I'm just going to throw this all in here. Oops, not the wheat. Oh, I'll throw the seeds in there. I'll just do them all. I got tons of wheat, but you know what? I'm going to take half of that out. It will just kind of go crazy. So that's been fun to watch. Very cool. You should have seen it when I couldn't spend any time on videos in between all my travel, but you should have seen it when it was all full, because it was so cool to see all the different the variegations and all the different greens and yellows and all the colors and everything. So very cool. And the seeds go up here. What else? I need to throw a couple of other things down, and then I'll go up and show you the other thing that I did. Lots of wool from killing all the sheep that got in the way, or got out of the pen, I should say. Wood, and the rest is food. Okay, good. So let's go upstairs, because the next thing I gotta show you is seeds. Oh, and I finished with that, so I can put these back to spruce, spruce, lots more fence. Okay. That goes outside. So, you got a peek of it there. If you were looking really carefully, or you thought to stop the video. Okay, let me drop this outside real quick. I OCD Minecraft players have to have a clean inventory. So, one thing is these were all blue before, and I was I was actually watching, or not watching, but well, all right, there we go. I told on myself. My wife had on what's it called? Oh, it's one of those HGTV shows that it's not House Hunters, not Leather Listed. I can't think of what it's called, but anyway, they had an accent couch, and then the others were just kind of neutral colors. And I was like, you know what? This is really overpowering to have all this blue. So I swapped it out for the kind of neutral light gray ones. That table was there before, and I threw a flower pot on a new end table there. That's the only thing that changed here. I also threw up some pictures. So now it's the only thing that's changed there. Everything else is the same. Those lights have been on. This was missing. I don't know if that was an accident or not. it was just like that. And so that was weird, so I put that back. That's the same. I think this was empty. I planted the flowers. I put paintings up. More paintings. This, I promised I was going to rip this wall out, and so I did. And so now, stay down there. So now this has a new entrance over here. This was built out a little bit. This now follows the same building pattern, structural pattern as the front, all the way around. It's a little bit top-heavy looking, but so is the front. So I don't know. I'm going to leave it for now. We'll see. But I love having this window here. I had to cut out the hill a little bit to get it to fit, but I love that it was actually too tall, or 2 blocks tall. When I first cut it out, it was only 1 wide, and I couldn't really see anything. And I still had this dirt layer down there anyway. So I'm like, well, what would happen if I just took that out? And I don't regret it at all. It's wonderful. So, beautiful picture window, just running down the hall. The big change, though, is this. I finished this room. Again, I told you I was going to do it, and I did it. Lots of DecoCraft stuff. I've just been having fun with that. There's a freaking pool table in Minecraft, man. So again, accent couch, nice big, 12-foot couch, just giant. And then these were little chairs. I made them a little bit bigger, and then those were the same. These were, I don't remember what color these were, but same kind of neutral light gray as the living room up there. I don't need to be swinging my sword around in my house, I guess. Through some end tables. I changed this a little bit. This was, you know what, I don't remember what this was, but now it's kind of this coffee table with this like extra ledge sort of thing. Kind of weird, but I wanted something that I could put a potted plant on, and then I did, and I didn't like the look of it, so now it's just back to this. So we'll see how long that stays. Bookshelves, just all the way down. This has all of the books in it that I've found so far, enchanted and otherwise, and then just some random blocks and stuff in the shelves, just to kind of make it look kind of full and used. And then there's some blocks back here so that I could put the flower pots back there. So it gives it a lot of levels. There's actually the levels in the shelves themselves, or the bookshelves, and then these are shelf, bookshelf, shelf, bookshelf. And so we see the line all the way across, this line, and then the top of the flowers, and so it just creates this nice separation without, going all the way to the ceiling. 2 big paintings over here. This one, originally I was thinking I was going to set this up with like a big sectional couch here, watching TV. I don't know what show that is. I don't know if I would watch it, but I decided that didn't work for this room. It took all of the attention away from the window out here. It still kind of takes all the attention's now kind of on the pool table, but that was the best thing for this giant amount of space. I mean, there's 3, 6, 7.5 feet here, which is long enough to play pool, and then 9 on both sides here. So big buffet over here with a tea set, and oh, that wasn't actually on, but that's okay. That's just for looks. Other ones are actually serving as important interior lights. So big buffet with the jukebox. So you probably saw that the other records that I have are in the shelf over there. So we'll see if that sticks. And then similar pattern to what's up there in the dining room. I got another buffet back here with the glass cabinets here. Yes, there's a fish tank. There's a little Minecraft block in it. I didn't see that before. See? Little mossy cobblestone in there, or cobblestone bricks. That's awesome. So it means I had to move the enchanting table, so I had to move it over here, and I set it up, and I made some armor so that we could go not fight in this junk. So I haven't put it on yet, just using that up, and that is what I did. So tell me what you think of the room. Leave a like, let me know what you think, and leave some comments. Tell me what you would have done differently. I think this is pretty much the same. I still have not touched that since I started recording the YouTube video. those. Eventually I will get to that. Well, there's one other thing that I did, which was I set up a couple more flowers for use here, nice and close to the front door. I know it's not really integrated with the flowers the way I've probably been unable to be heard that whole time. Not very integrated with the rest of the garden, but it was important that I could come down here and throw trash and stuff at the endo flames. So they burn anything that is flammable, and then the spreader sends it over here. I've been doing that a ton with the sacred oak logs that I got from cutting the giant tree down, and so I actually have a fair amount of mana. It's pretty sweet. The day blooms are dead because they die. The endo flames last forever, but they need fuel. So now that I have that, and I have this steadily growing supply of mana, I've got to figure out the next step, which is getting the runic altar done. I think that's going to go here because it's got to be spread from the mana pool down to the altar, or maybe here. I don't remember. So I got to set up the mana spreader network for that to work. So I got to do some research. I won't build that on camera. So yeah, I think that's everything. Oh, so I had all those plants down here, the farmland here, and I got to dig it all up, and I trampled it all so that all the grass would grow back. I replanted some of the sand over here that I had gotten rid of just to keep the farmland growing. And this looks so much nicer. It doesn't have any of the tall grass, so I just need to come through here and bone meal the snot out of it and put some tall grass back. Eventually what I need to do is integrate this Twilight Forest portal in with everything around it, which means moving these trees. I've been needing peppercorn for a long time, so I finally was able to plant one of those. Actually, correction, 2 of those. So now that I have that back, I can kind of make this portal a centerpiece, which it has never really been able to be done, it's never been able to be a centerpiece. So I'll be able to do that. I did cut down all the jungle trees over there. I planted some more rubber trees. I actually came through and harvested a bunch of the cows and then rebred them today. So I have a rather sustainable number where I kind of only have to breed them once, and I have a ton of meat. So that's really cool. That's a good thing to have. Also went through and cleared out a bunch of sheep, so I only had about 3 or 4 per color. I confirmed finally that I actually have a number of sheep of every single color, which is pretty cool. So I don't have to worry about that. And then you saw right at the beginning fixing a chicken coop. So yeah, look, they're actually like running around instead of just being stuck on the fences the whole time. So that's really good. I'm happy with that. I think this pig is stuck. So, let's see. Oh, I actually didn't bring... I was meant to bring the seeds. Wow, I just got a ton of eggs. Let's get some chickens. Okay. So, with that... guess we'll fight this guy one more time. I hope he's up here and not down in my base. Where is he? He's probably underground. Nope, he's not. He's right there. I see you. Being called quiet. Oh, jerk. I'm not sure wither. Can't see. Leave me alone. Oh, I feel exposed right behind that block. Oh. Oh, gosh. Oh, good timing. Good timing for having that last hit. So, yeah, so I did this underground showed you that, showed you that. Haven't yet fixed the wall over here. Oh, that's right. The other issue was that this was all there was a goodness, a hole in the ground here that went down underground, and so what was happening was he was spawning right here and just falling down into my tunnel by my red line down there, and so I had to fill that in. So that's all behind. My dog's freaking out. That's all behind the wall back here, all filled in again so that he doesn't spawn in the wall. But this was, it came down here, and there was a kind of a stairway up there for my convenience, and apparently for his. So, all right, so that's going to do it for this. This is a short episode so that I can get to piggy, so that I can get to recording the Aeredor versus the Minecraft GM. And we're going to have a lot of fun in the nether. We're probably going to end up getting killed by these guys because they suck. Yeah, just because the nether in this mod pack, the Infinity mod pack, is really hard. So I'm nervous, but I'm happy to do it with you guys because I want you to see just how crazy it is and how terrified I will be of those guys, mostly, because everything else is kind of predictable. But anyway, you'll find out. So thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think of all the design changes, the farm and the aesthetics of finishing out that tunnel and all that stuff, and of course the new living room. So, and let me know what you think the next step is in the house. I still have this whole room over here. Sure, I could make the enchanting table and or the enchanting room look a little bit better. Kind of neat that the books spilled over onto that side of the wall. But yeah, for now, just let me know what needs to go next to that bathroom, and I will see you guys all in the next episode. Bye.